Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anuj. I'm a final year MBBS student at GMC Nagpur, and for the past month I have been posted in surgery where we are taught a lot of things. And as the month approaches, we have to give a compulsory test which will decide whether or not we have learned anything in the past 1 month. And that test is tomorrow. Let me take you on a journey where I prepare for this Postend in this mini exam saga episode. Enjoy. I've got a Postend examination for surgery coming up in exactly 18 or so hours, so I've got 1 day to prepare for it. I've attended the posting religiously. In this video, I'll be showing you how I prepare for a Viva Postend examination where we have to present a clinical case, and I really hope that you enjoy. See you. I've only got one singular pen to my name and this is working, I'm glad. So the basic idea is to first of all note down all the different cases that are present in surgery which they can ask us. So an ulcer, a swelling, a lump in abdomen, lump in breast, all of these are very common cases that we get. And of course for that I'm going to be referring ESDAS, which is like the gold standard clinical manual of surgery. And of course I'm also going to be using this other book called as Makhan Lal Shah. What a great name, but I hope you enjoy. The very first thing that I do is mark out everything that I need to study because the topic is just extremely vast and you can't really study everything. So here are the important topics. Now that I've written down what are the different chapters I want to cover, I will focus on each individual chapter and first I will write down the case sheet of that particular chapter. For example, the chapter on swelling, I'm going to go ahead and make an ideal case sheet for swelling. Out of the 9 chapters, I've already covered like 7 of them. I'm going to read the theory part from ESDAS. So one thing which is really helping me out a lot is whenever I go to the posting and take a case, I write it down in a very neat format in my case book. So this is my case book. Now I have to write a case of an ulcer. I don't really have to think about what do I have to write. I already have got the case in my case book. So that is about it. Let's get on with it then. The concept of casebook is very interesting. You just have to write down all the cases that you see on a day-to-day basis in your case notebook. Otherwise, you're going to be going to the posting, you're going to be seeing the case, you will be remembering it for 1 week and then you'll be completely forgetting about it and there will be basically no memory of that case. The first case that I wrote down was of an ulcer, the second was of a swelling, and so on and so on. It took me around 4 hours to write down all the cases which I had seen. It was pretty easy given that I had all the points already mentioned in my book. And while writing these cases, I took a reference from one of the practical preparation books, that is Pratik Patil. I really like that. The first part of any clinical case starts with the history. Why did the patient come to the hospital? What were his symptoms? What were the details of his symptom, the onset, progression, duration, aggravating and relieving factors? Apart from that, the past history, family history and so many other details. Apart from the general systemic examination, local examination also plays a vital role in specific conditions. For example, a swelling, an ulcer or a lump, where we have to describe that particular thing in detail in the local examination section. Using those details, we can narrow down our diagnosis by a lot. In the end, when the history is complete, we end up with a differential diagnosis. For example, a lump in the breast could be a benign condition like a fibroadenoma, or it could be a malignant one like carcinoma of breast. In these differentials, we are pointed towards what investigations we need to do to confirm our diagnosis. Well, these are all the points which they actually ask us in the Viva. They ask us to present the history and finally tell what the management is, that is the diagnosis and the treatment. Hello everyone, welcome back to the rooftop. It's a very pleasant day here in Nagpur, as you can see. After the case was done, I studied a bit and then took a long break which got extended to more than 1.5 hours. So it's currently 4 or 4:15. I'm gonna go downstairs and study the case of breast cancer because I talked with Abhijit who had his Postend today. That's what happens in medical college. If your friend gives the exam today, he'll probably tell you what are the different cases so that you can prepare accordingly. So we've got breast cancer and hernia in the excess. So that's what they're going to give in our Postend examination. I'm going to revise Bailey for hernia and read breast cancer from it as well. So yeah, just wanted to bring you on the rooftop to show you how beautiful today is. Oxygen has grown quite a lot. Like he's this tall. He used to be somewhere over here. Yeah, good progress, my boy. It's easy to feel overwhelmed while preparing for a practical examination. What I like to do is occasionally take a break and start saying things out loud, because that's what I'll be doing the very next day, saying things out loud to the examiner. So try speaking before you go to the Viva, so you'll develop that intrinsic confidence within you. I'm just telling you that hernia is one of the biggest chapters of surgery, and yeah, I just finished it from a very small book, and now I've got to read Bailey because I think that's one of the cases that they could definitely put forward over there. The main part is about the operative side, which is a bit difficult to understand and remember, especially as an undergraduate. Yeah, that's about it, and it's 5 right now. I was really sure that I was going to get either hernia or CA breast in my examination, so that's what I read first. I personally really enjoyed lectures of Dr. Rohan Khandelwal, which made surgery really clear. Reading Bailey has been pretty easy, but I still found out that there are a lot of things in the lecture which are given extra, which is definitely a good add-on point in the textbook itself. As the evening progressed, I had completed almost all the cases, and now it was time for me to actually go ahead in the hospital, what all cases are actually there, so that I could predict what I was going to get tomorrow. So that out of these 9 cases which I mentioned earlier, I could narrow down, okay, these are the 3-4 cases which are most likely to be in my exam. Since Abhijit went to a different ward, I can't 100% rely on his information. Before going out, I watched a quick lecture from edition 6 to see if anything was changed in surgery. So I'm just going to the hospital to see all the cases which are present in the evening. So कल से मैं वही cases में लगे, and I really hope कि कुछ अच्छा मिले यार, कुछ ऐसे out of the blue नहीं दे देना चाहिए. Hi Pawan.
हेलो भैया, मुझे एक क्वेश्चन बता दो ना मैथ्स का.
I haven't studied maths in so many years, but I'll try. I've successfully solved this one question, but now he's asking me a quadratic equation. मुझे formula याद नहीं है. So instead, I'll be uploading that question to Filo. Let me show you how to use Filo. First, click the photo of the question that you want to be explained and then upload it on the Filo app. Next thing you know, you're connected to an expert tutor who will guide you through the concept first and then show you how to solve the question. The best part is that Filo is one-on-one tutoring, which is absolutely private, so you have no fear of judgment whatsoever, and you can ask even your silliest questions to the teacher. I think that the app is revolutionary because it makes self-study very efficient and very fruitful. Be it for 15 minutes or 2 hours, when you're studying, you will become unstoppable. I personally think that it's very difficult to get solutions online because when you search for solutions, you will probably get distracted and start doing something else. However, when you learn at Filo, the tutor will teach you unlimited and help you ace your exams. The application caters to class 8th all the way to class 12th, but it specializes in NEET and JEE, so physics, chem, biology and maths. If you have any questions regarding these, you can definitely use Filo and it will help you. I personally recommend using the app while solving a DPP or a question paper, so you don't get stuck every third time you are facing a difficult question. And you can keep asking Filo whatever questions you have. That will help you speed up your preparation a lot. So the conclusion is Filo will help you out a lot, and use the link in the description to download Filo and start asking questions today. And I gotta go because I have some cases to look at. Bye. I've arrived and it's 6:30. Let's go. Wonderful evenings in GMC Nagpur. The evening mahol in GMC Nagpur is pretty good. There are so many birds present in the sky, all of them shouting like crazy. It's awesome. This is not the latest footage. I don't prefer to record in VODs, so I'm using the ones which I've already recorded. I saw 4 peculiar cases which caught my attention: CA breast, hernia, peripheral vascular diseases and amputation. So I was pretty sure that I was going to get any one of these 4 cases. So of course I came back home, wrote those 4 cases down and began finally revising everything about them.
Only got one chance and got one life to live, and it's do or die, gotta make it count. So lose your worries, let your problems go on until my whole body burns out. I ain't never gonna slow.
It's currently 9:30. We've got an exam tomorrow at 8. Let's go. As you can see, while revising I was using my iPad to write down everything because I felt like it would help me in retaining stuff. I also do this a lot during my university examinations, and if you're a long-time subscriber, you might be familiar with it.
I don't wanna waste time, I don't wanna waste time, I don't wanna waste time on fake friends. I just wanna get high, just wanna get high, just wanna get higher. Sometimes people will try to hold you back from being who you want to. Don't be questioning why, do whatever feels right, find your passion and fight. Cause we Only go.
I just read the breast cancer part from Bailey as well as from a bunch of different books. All I need to revise for tomorrow is the case for ulcer, which I've already written down, and peripheral vascular diseases. So with that, I think the surgery post-end preparation is done. I really hope tomorrow the Viva goes smoothly because I have prepared quite a lot, and I really hope that I would be able to nail down all the questions which the externals ask me. There are no externals which my seniors ask. But this is literally one of the best notebooks I have ever had. Look at the size of this bottle. This is the size of my textbook, and that's the size of the bottle. Pretty huge bottle. I also need to read a bit about General System Examination of Hutchinson. But we've got a bit of controversy going on tomorrow because we've got a medicine lecture at 8 and a reporting time for surgery post-end is 8. I don't know what's gonna happen. Good night, my boy. See you tomorrow. Also, as a side note, when I was in Thane back in December, my sister drew my blood because that's what she does. She pricks people and she takes her blood. Not because she's evil or something, but because she's a pathologist. And turns out my vitamin D levels were very, very low. But I'm sort of in this weekly therapies thing of vitamin D. It's 60,000 international units every week for 8 weeks. So I'm gonna have that right now. It's pretty cool. I'll show you. Just to pay me out the price you look for. And with that, the night came to an end and the morning began. It was early. I was not at all paying attention towards the recording because I had bigger issues to take care of. Boys and girls, I am ready to go and give the Viva. So I went on to the hospital with a smile on my face, hoping to get the best case, that is say a breast or hernia. But instead, I got peripheral vascular disease, atherosclerosis. And that's life in a nutshell. You're going to expect something and you're going to get something else. All that matters is what are you going to do next? Are you going to give up, or are you going to take the case of PVD and present it nicely? But no worries, your boy handled it well. And I'm pretty sure after the Viva was done, I was able to answer most of the questions, but there were also a few sorry sir, I don't know sir in between. But I'm happy because I'm sure I will pass. After that was done, I met my friend Ashutosh after a very long time. We went out, we had some food, and it was pretty good. With that, my post-end of surgery came to an end with an amazing month passed with Unit 1 in surgery at GMC Nagpur. I'm so happy to be a part of this institute, so happy to be a student learning medicine and surgery. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so because making these videos take up a ton of time, effort and energy, and subscribing in just 2 seconds would make up for all of that. Chalo, milte hai agli baar. Press the like button on your way out. It's your Anuj. I'll catch you very soon.